All right, hey, what's up, everybody? Mike Lindsley back with you. It is 9 minutes with me here from Rosie's Corner. It's a Friday, and you know what that means. Fish, fish, fish. Come on in and get your entree or your sandwich version. Of course, pair it with the mac and cheese, the coleslaw, the fries. It's all available here at Rosie's Corner, a proud ML Sports Platter sponsor. Be sure to, of course, try the pizza, the wings, the subs, hot and cold, the delicious entrees from burgers to stuffed shells as well here at Rosie's Corner. You can get Pepsi products and salads in the cooler and desserts to go as well. And don't forget, mac and cheese is also available every Thursday here at Rosie's as well. I wanted to get into the golf season this year. I just think it's been a really great year in golf. I know it kind of started pretty rough, with the Tiger Woods accident and all the rest, and obviously he's lucky, very lucky to come out of that thing. Hopefully we'll see him on the golf course in the future. Who knows? I predicted him not to win a major ever again, and then he goes out and wins the Masters. I'm not going to predict him one way or the other being on the course or not, because if there's one guy who could do it, who could come back from it, who knows the pain threshold at the highest level, it's Woods. So we've missed Tiger this year, and certainly the ratings and all that, they've missed Tiger, right? But I think the year, if you're a pure golf fan, if you're a diehard golf fan, I think this year has been really, really good and really, really fun. I mean, you've got the rivalry sort of created here with Bryson DeChambeau and Brooks Koepka. The eye roll, the Twitter battles, the talking smack back and forth, the galleries getting into it. That's been kind of fun to watch, and it's good for the sport because it means that more people are talking about golf. You also have a scenario where, look, we lose Tiger, but we gain a major with Phil. And, Phil Mickelson is one of the most beloved players of all time. And here's a guy who probably has 8, 9, 10 majors or more if he didn't play in the Tiger Woods era, right? I mean, how many people can say that, you played in the Tiger, you won 1, or you didn't win any, or you won 4. 0 could easily be 2. 2 could be 5. 5 could be 8. 8 could be 10 or 12. If you didn't play in the Tiger era, it's the same thing the last 20 years with tennis, with Djokovic and Nadal and Federer. Think about the Grand Slams that maybe an Andy Murray puts up in a different era. Think about Michael Jordan in his era, preventing Karl Malone, John Stockton, Shawn Kemp, Gary Payton, Patrick Ewing, Clyde Drexler, Dominique Wilkins, Charles Barkley, on and on and on it goes, preventing all those players from winning, Reggie Miller from winning a championship. So we got Phil, though. I mean, that was a big get. That's a big, big, big surprise this year, and I think a huge boost for the game. And obviously we were following him real close into the U.S. Open. That's the one major that has eluded him. He's finished second a bunch of times. None more famous than 99 at Pinehurst when he lost to Payne Stewart. But Phil Mickelson's the oldest guy now to win a major at the age of 50, and that is probably the highlight of the golf year. We had Hideki Matsuyama come through, and there's another player, and there's a bunch more out there who was knocking on the door over and over. Tons of top 5s, tons of top 10s, was competing strongly in majors year in, year out, and just couldn't break through, couldn't get over the hurdle. He wins the Masters, and that's a huge win for the game of golf because globally that's a big, big deal. I mean, in Japan, now he's going to get millions of dollars in endorsements and all the rest, but the growth of the game is only going to spike. Kids are playing the game now. They want to keep playing to be the next Hideki Matsuyama. Folks who aren't playing golf, maybe they get into golf now because Matsuyama won the Masters. So that was a really, really cool deal there. And I just think Jon Rahm's win was great, too. I mean, I think globally, that's a big deal because in Spain, it's the first Spaniard to win the U.S. Open. It shows the growth, again, of the game globally. It shows the strength of golf coming out of Spain and Europe. And by the way, Jon Rahm, again, he's another player like Matsuyama, knocking on the door and trying to break through, trying to win that first major. And by the way, how about the adversity that was fought by Jon Rahm? I mean, that guy, the coronavirus, the tracing situation, coming in contact, leaving the memorial. He comes absolutely out of there, can't prepare correctly for Torrey Pines in the U.S. Open, and he still goes out and wins, with his brand new baby and his beautiful wife on Father's Day and all that sort of thing. You couldn't write up a better script, really. But that's a big one, and he credited Seve Ballesteros. If you listen to him in the post game, this one's for Seve because a lot of us have tried to knock on the door to win one, and he wanted to win a U.S. Open so bad. And that's the thing. A lot of American golfers have the respect for the Open Championship and European golf and across the pond play, much the same way that Europeans have the appreciation for our home major, right? Like our U.S. Open. And it was one that eluded Phil Mickelson. It's one that eluded Seve Ballesteros. It's the ultimate strength mentally. It's the ultimate test psychologically. It's probably the greatest mental challenge in golf. The closest thing I can think of probably would be the Ryder Cup. But you have a team there, of course, and you have a couple of bad shots here and there, your team can pick you up. Not the case here in the U.S. Open. It's all on you. It's all on you in all these majors and all the tournaments every year. But I just thought Jon Rahm was really spectacular. And, oh, by the way, how about the finish for Jon Rahm this year? I mean, that U.S. Open finish with the 2 birdies closing that out, that's only the 4th time that's ever happened in the U.S. Open. How about the company as well? 1953 Ben Hogan, 1980 Jack Nicklaus at Baltusrol, I believe, and 1982 Tom Watson at Pebble Beach. Birdie close. He's the 4th player ever to do that. So unbelievable company, great global oomph with these wins with Jon Rahm from Spain, Hideki Matsuyama from Japan, and of course the main highlight, the huge highlight, and we were all pulling for Phil. He wins the PGA in just stunning fashion, in amazing form, just a complete game, and super happy for him, and we'll see if he can win another one before he's done. But I just think it's been a great year in golf, and we're getting set here for the Open Championship in due time. And by the way, I actually really like the PGA Championship now in May. It took me a little time to get used to it. I was always kind of a fan, like, the Open Championship ends, and you're like, oh, well, we still have one more. It's always, like, cool to look forward to, like, one more. But this is kind of cool, too. I mean, I kind of like the one per month, right in a row. May now has a major. You have April Masters, May PGA, June U.S. Open, July Open Championship. I think it makes a lot of sense. And the flow of the calendar year seems to be smooth as well, post-Open Championship after the middle of July. Mike Lindsley with you here. It is 9 minutes with me from Rosie's Corner. Get on down here if you're in and around Central New York. Pizza, pasta, hot and cold subs, and more. Rosie's is tremendous. And today is Fish Friday as well. You get your sandwich version, your entree version, mac and cheese, French fries, coleslaw, Pepsi products in the cooler. And, of course, you can get your desserts to go here at Rosie's as well. Rosie's Corner on Facebook, on Instagram, and they will deliver to you via Grubhub, a proud ML Sports Platter sponsor. Thanks again for watching. Make sure you download my podcast, the ML Sports Platter, where podcasts are found, and hit me on Twitter at Mike L Sports. As I always tell you, enjoy the games.